Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Bradley Walsh dealt crushing blow as Britain's favourite hosts revealed. For 16 years, Bradley Walsh has stood at the helm of ITV's The Chase, steering contestants through nail-biting rounds and charming audiences with his quick wit, signature laugh, and occasional bouts of uncontrollable giggles. But this week, the beloved 64-year-old presenter was dealt a surprising blow from the very public that made him a household name. A new report, compiled from search data, IMDb ratings, and public opinion surveys, sent shockwaves through the game show world. Despite his long-standing reign on one of the UK's most-watched quiz shows, Bradley Walsh did not make the top 10 list of Britain's favourite game show presenters. Instead, the crown went to House of Games host Richard Osman, who topped the rankings with an impressive score of 94.4 out of 100. Following close behind were legendary broadcaster Sir Bruce Forsyth and Tipping Point host Ben Shepherd. Even more surprising was the absence of not just Walsh, but also Who Wants to Be a Millionaire host Jeremy Clarkson. In contrast, former host Chris Tarrant managed to secure a spot at number 9. Other familiar faces rounded out the list: Noel Edmonds, Michael Parkinson, Alexander Armstrong, Victoria Coren Mitchell, Sue Barker, and Ulrika Johnson, making for a blend of timeless legends and current crowd pleasers. But Bradley Walsh, often considered the heart of the chase, was nowhere to be found. For fans, it felt like a mismatch between perception and recognition. After all, The Chase itself topped the list of the UK's favourite TV game shows, boasting a score of 88.76 out of 100. It beat out Taskmaster, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and even the intellectual staple Only Connect. With over 1,000 episodes aired, a solid IMDb rating of 7.1, and more than 159,000 Instagram tags, the show's enduring popularity is undeniable. So, why was its most visible face left in the cold? Some insiders suggest the omission speaks less to Bradley's talent and more to the evolving taste of British viewers. Online Free Games CEO Serge El-Assif explained, "The Chase perfectly balances high-stakes quiz elements with personality-driven entertainment. The format creates genuine tension, while the banter between the chasers, contestants, and host Bradley Walsh gives it broad appeal." Still, he offered insight into Osman's sudden surge in popularity. Osman represents a new breed of game show host, witty, intelligent, and slightly self-deprecating. He broke the mold by starting as a behind-the-scenes creator before stepping in front of the camera, bringing a different perspective to the role. Osman's meteoric rise isn't just reflected in his critical reception, but also in cold, hard numbers. A staggering 90,500 monthly online searches and a 91% recognition rate across the UK. Even more impressive, 57% of respondents in the study had a favourable opinion of him. In contrast, Bradley's familiarity may work against him. He's become a staple, a constant, and perhaps unfairly, a figure taken for granted. While his name is undeniably synonymous with The Chase, the very consistency that made him a comfort to millions may also have dulled his edge in public rankings. Still, those close to Walsh say the presenter is unlikely to be rattled. A seasoned performer with a background in acting, comedy, and sport, he has weathered enough ups and downs in his career to take this one on the chin. If anything, he'll make a joke of it on the next episode, a production insider shared. That's Bradley. He'll probably open with, according to a report, "You don't like me anymore." But let's see if you like this next question. Viewers, too, have taken to social media in defense of the presenter. One fan tweeted, "How is Bradley Walsh not in the top 10? He is British TV." Another wrote, "Bradley's humour and warmth are why I watch The Chase. You can't measure charm with stats." And maybe that's the real lesson behind the numbers. While data can quantify recognition and popularity, it can't quite capture the intangible magic that someone like Bradley brings to a screen. The spontaneous laughter, the cheeky exchanges, and the unwavering energy that's kept The Chase at the top of its game for nearly 2 decades. In the end, while the rankings might sting, the numbers can't erase the legacy. Top 10 list or not, Bradley Walsh remains a giant of British television, still making audiences laugh, cheer, and shout at their screens every evening. And as any quiz fan knows, it's not always about where you rank, but how well you play the game. Let me know if you'd like a more dramatic spin or a tabloid-style headline version.